天。
The sights and sounds of Singapore over her 700-year journey. In Act 1, Beginnings, live performers will add drama to the story of Singapore from when Sang Nila Utama arrived to the rise and fall of this island over 300 years, with the Majapahit, Portuguese, Dutch and Acehnese crossing paths over us. In Act 2, Arrival, you will move up to the next level.
A period of warming causes stronger monsoons. Himalayan glaciers melt. Overflowing rivers trade. Thus begins the rise of port cities. Among them, Singapore. Then Ayutthaya and Majapahit empires grow in power, and port cities begin to wake. Singapore, affected by stone squalls, labeled, shaped not just by power and politics, but by forces of nature too.
Early Singapore, or as it was known back then, Singapore. As Srivijaya crumbles, a string of port cities rise along the Straits of Malacca. He claims the island on behalf of his lion throne and renames it Singapore, or Lion City. Cargo are taken back to Europe, where it stirs up even greater interest in the wealth and promise of Southeast Asia. Watching this battle between the Dutch and the Portuguese is unchained, where the Sultan has been expecting the chaos to worsen to his collective monopoly in the East Indies. In a bid to break a Dutch stronghold, a 38-year-old British officer from the East India Company set sail into the eastern seas on board the Indiana. His name is Raffles, and he is determined to find that one free port on the seas. Captain Danny Ross from one of the survey ships suggests Singapore as a possible base. Raffles decides to take a look at this seemingly unappealing island. Accompanying Raffles is Major William Farmer, who will turn out to be a key player in the events that follow. On 28 January 1819, Raffles and Farmer set foot on the island and established ties with Abdullah and Flamengo, with ridding the town of rats. Farker's strategy to invite skilled and enterprising tradesmen works to Singapore. Minangkabau, Javanese and Buddhists arrived alongside the Arabs, Armenians, Jews. Munshi Abdullah comes from Malacca and is the writer who provides an extensive record of Singapore's early history. It is a golden era for Singapore, the little island of opportunity.
The new Diana is not just a war vessel that helps fight piracy, she is also a symbol of change. Steve, first editor of the Utusan Malay and a major champion for Malay education. 1923, the causeway opens, bringing a new surge of trade from Malaya. By the time train service started, Singapore is also a regional center for Muslim pilgrims, led by companies like Elsinore Steamship. With every new connection comes improvements to city life. Businessman Tan Kim Seng starts an initiative to provide public waterworks that later has a fountain erected in his name. People come from all over, adding their unique cultures to the melting pot. It's a dynamic era for diversity. This cosmopolitan city works hard and plays hard. After work, people flock to bars and nightclubs and the seductive amusement parks. The Straits Chinese leader starts a rehabilitation center. But the working classes face other social problems: prostitution, gambling, malnutrition, and poor sanitation, prompting businessman Tan Jiak Kim to open a medical school. Also attempting to improve conditions is William Pickering, protector of the Chinese, fighting fellow Muslims at the Western Front. Fanning this misinformation, coffee shop owner Qasim Mansour and the German prisoner of war Julius Lauterbach trigger off the 1915 Singapore mutiny. Accounts record that a week-long mutiny resulted in 49 deaths, 56 mutineers killed, and 47 others nothing to worry about. Comprising men and women, the motley group includes laborers, students, secret society members. 24 kilometers from the Padang to Changi prison. Ripping away the illusion of British and European supremacy is the site of about 100,000 prisoners of war and civilians.
These were tight. And we were telling ourselves that they were really going to shoot us. They were really going to kill us. The moment my knobs came into the contact with the seawater, it became loose and I swam outwards. My idea was to get away from that area as far as possible. When I looked back, I heard a whistle, an ordinary whistle. And somehow or other, it clicked in my mind. This is when the firing will start. I took a deep breath and went underwater. And I could hear the bullets ricocheting upon me. I heard the chat of a motorboat. When the sound of the motorboat came nearer to me, I stayed underwater.
While the official figure given by the Japanese is 5,000, the number of people killed during Sun Chi is believed to remains a painful chapter for Singapore. We will always remember
It's not surprising that later, just 2 years after the merger with Malaysia, we would part ways.
Founded upon the principles of liberty and justice and
All this rain day in March 2015, thousands of skies are clearing and sunny weather is forecast.
Singapore has seen its first death from SARS in patient in intensive care died last night. Another 5 people in Singapore have been infected with severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS, bringing the tally to 44 patients.
For 4 months, all 4 million Singaporeans 1819 was a turning point that set us on a new path. It is our time to figure it out. Our journey from Singapore to Singaporean. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of our Singapore Bicentennial experience.